Morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Something a little different around here. Yes, I got a new hat for Christmas. Very, very woolly hat, so should stay warm. Oh, it's not that cold today. It's only -11, but it's Boxing Day. Hopefully, everybody had a fantastic Christmas. Got to eat and be merry and enjoy some well-deserved family time. I'm just doing the run with the wrapping paper out to the burn barrel. I always kind of wait a day just to make sure we've got all the charging cables and all the little accessories and little bits and bobs that are maybe buried in the bottom of the bag, at the bottom of the box, taped to the side of the package, what have you. Because we've done that before, where it goes in the dumpster or it goes in the burning barrel, or where it just goes. It's just gone, and then suddenly that thing that you bought, you're looking for parts and pieces, you don't have everything you need. Now, I'm not all dressed up like this for farming purposes. Of course, I'm going to do the routine morning chores, but we are going to peel the kids out of the house. They've had far too long around the bottom of the Christmas tree playing with their toys, and not enough time outside in the sunshine. So we're going to get them all dressed up here right away. I'm just going to get a couple little odds and ends done. And then the wife's going to get them with their ski pants on. We'll get them outside. I'll get the Skidoo fired up. We'll take them for a rip up and down the hill. I think we're going to do some tobogganing and whatnot. That should be a bit of fun. Good afternoon activity when the weather's a little cool but not terribly cold. So while the old Barbie boxes are smoldering there, I'm just going to run and let the dog out quickly. I didn't penned up last night. I didn't want him running around and going through the fence or under the gate or something like that. Just with lots, Christmas time, lots of folks in the neighborhood. I don't think that dog could resist temptation if there's extra vehicles coming up and down the county road. I don't think he could just mind his own business. I decided I wouldn't want him on the road, so I penned him up last night. I let him free, and then I gotta go in the chicken house and add an exorbitant amount of wood shavings in there, because had some weather fluctuations. The humidity's a little high, and we actually had like over 85% humidity for several days in a row here. So now the chicken house is starting to smell like Grandpa Joe's leg. So it's time. I got a whole pile of wood chips to put in there and get it a little, get it more carbon heavy, and then it won't stink so bad. I should also try to find a thermometer. I bet you, because it's smelling a little funny, but I bet you it's hot in there. I bet you it's cooking. We could probably, not that we would, but I bet you we could roast a ham in there. Oh boy, I am gonna whoop this dog's behind. You see that right there? That is the heated water, or the water trough heater. He's chewed the living daylights out of. The wife unplugged it there yesterday because it was quite warm. That one's not thermostatically controlled. And so he had his own little hot tub in the corner. But a penned up dog is a bored dog, so I can't really whoop his butt. It's not really his fault. He is still a puppy, I guess. But hopefully he hasn't wrecked that entirely, and there's enough there I can maybe wire up a new cord end on. While I was searching through the pockets of this coat here, I found my old blue sunglasses, and then I also found my glove liners that go inside these extra warm mitts. In fact, I lost those glove liners. I'd left them in this coat, and I think the last time I used it was when we went skiing on day before New Year's Eve last year. So they've been in there the whole time, and I haven't worn this coat since then. So found my sunglasses, found my gloves. I'd say we're having a pretty good day so far. Funnily enough, actually, the wife bought me some new glove liners for Christmas just because I lost the other ones. She did express her frustration at how I didn't put my stuff away very often, but if you watch for any length of time, you'll see that's a bit of a recurring theme around here. All right, I got my tote of wood chips here. I had to go flaps up. I think this hat's designed for when it's below -20 maybe. It's a lot. Ooh, it's hot. I got big ears, and when they get warm, everything's warm. Okay, so I fired up the sled there. Just got it moved out from behind the pickup. You can see where I park it here. I don't know if anybody else keeps their sled outside and how they manage this, but I don't want it to tie up shop space during the winter time. So what I do is I put two boards down on the front where the front skis sit, and one on the back where the track sits. So when you get those freeze thaw cycles, that the track or the skis don't get frozen into the ground there. And all I got to do is come and pull real hard and get that thing fired up, and then it just glides right away. It seems to work pretty good. Anyways, we're gonna go for a spot of lunch here, and then I think the kids are gonna come out and we're gonna go for a rip there, bud. One thing my wife did say to me, she said, if we're gonna go tobogganing on the hill, do you think the side-by-side would make its way out there? And I just shook my head. No, like, we've had over 3 feet of snow. Now lots of it of course is melted and everything, but that thing's just got like whatever factory tires on it. And you know, once it's out there and if it gets buried, then it's a bit of a problem. Then you gotta take the tractor out and fish it out of there, and it's a bit of a nightmare. So I said, no, like, I'd rather not. We'll just take the snowmobile out. And I think she was like, I don't really want to walk half a mile out into the field. So she's like, well, if that's the case, then we just need to buy a second snowmobile. And I think she was being extreme, like trying to shame me into like figuring out exactly how I'm going to get that side-by-side out there. But my brain was like, well, I think that's permission to buy a second snowmobile. So we'll see how this one plays out. Okay, so sled's all fired up there now. We're ready for business.